I don't know if you've seen these Reuters headlines, but they seem to be quoting sources saying that supply could come back on within 2 to 3 weeks. Do you believe it?
You know, we're in a very dynamic industry and a lot of speculation around timing and all that. I think we just have to look to the long term. I hope there's not any counterattacks over there that would further disrupt the entire market. But one thing about it, about 20% of the world's oil comes out of this region, and it's a very volatile area. We've known that for a long time. The good thing about U.S. energy independence is that we don't have to rely on it so much. But still, yeah, we're in a fungible commodity business, and you take oil off anywhere in the world, and it affects the rest of the world. So I think that, when we produce so much oil here, we've had it before an embedded premium risk measure price of maybe $10 to $15 a barrel, and that kind of vanished over the last few years. I wouldn't doubt that doesn't stay with the price though going forward, because there's a lot of risk over there, and it's an unstable region of the world.
So how do you think, Harold, about the price movements right now? I mean, did we get a big enough jump that it would spur some kind of extra capex from your company and other oil companies that we could see actually the U.S. ramp up production?
We've been working with an oversupplied market for the last 5 years, and the market has basically told operators in this country that you need to stay with the capex. You don't need to outspend. You want to make sure you've got cash flow, free cash flow, all those things that basically make up capital discipline. And certainly our company's going to do that, and I think other operators in this country are going to do the same. We want to meet demand, that's for sure. But, these short-term spikes or, shortages in the market is not something that you're going to change everything you do on your budget within a year. So we're going to stay where we're at for the time being.
Interesting. Harold, you think this risk premium sticks around because of the evolution of these weapons that the rebels are able to use, or is it something else?
Well, all those things. This has always been an unstable region, for as long as I remember, having been in this business a very long time. And it's going to continue. Yeah, it's for all those sophisticated weapons, certainly. And you've got a lot of friction over there that's going on with Iranian sanctions, a threat of a nuclear weapon, all those things. So this is going to remain a very unstable region for as long as I can foresee. So, yes, I think that embedded premium that the analysts are projecting, I think it's a good possibility that's sticking.
Harold, I believe you're still pretty close with the president. I know you're a big donor and you've had a good relationship with him. Have you had any conversations with President Trump about the events of this weekend and how he's thinking about responding, whether it's with the Strategic Oil Reserve or potential counterattack against Iran?
There's been conversations with the White House, not directly with the president. The president, of course, has been very busy this weekend. The president's done great things with the energy industry in the U.S. There's a lot more to do, particularly with the infrastructure and things like that, to make sure that we have a very strong industry here. But the response from the White House has been right on, exactly. They haven't overreacted because, what we have here in the U.S., commercial storage, all those things that basically work in a situation like this.
Sounds like you don't think we're going to need to tap the reserve here.
No, that's not necessary at all. And there's a lot of commercial storage in the world, some 4 billion barrels. A lot of it is in this country, right here at Cushing. We've got 39 million barrels. So a lot of storage can be pulled forward to take care of the supply situation.
Really quickly, Harold, I mean, does it make you question the vulnerability of U.S. oil facilities if Saudi's biggest facility was vulnerable to a drone strike like this?
Well, we're safer here in America, thank goodness, and so we don't sweat it too much. But we do have a lot of storage in one place, Cushing, Oklahoma. It's no secret. And Gulf Coast facilities will equally become important. We have a lot of export facilities exporting up to about 5 million barrels a day to the international market. So, those things could be somewhat vulnerable, but thank goodness for the security we have in the United States.